I'm on the Battle Royale lobby right now, and it's because there are a few things I want to talk about before jumping into Save the World, where we no longer have the days locked in screen, which kind of just ruins my tradition with the series, where I'm always starting off with my days locked in. Nonetheless, one of the big noticeable changes right away for most players, whether you've whether you're far in the game or not very far, is that the some of the earlier campaign quests, mostly the ones that I may have done on my alt account here, have other rewards. I'm gonna actually see that now. And as I was just on my main account, I was rewarded all that. So here I'm gonna be seeing if it's all kind of like the same stuff. Just adjusting my own volume here. Got a gift box with. I actually got 3 mini llamas on my main account, and I think it was like 14 or 16 items. Here I only got 8. So I got 1 mini reward llama, a blue firecracker pistol or Freedom's Herald, a blue judge, blue Highlander, ceiling zapper, viper, ceiling drop trap. Oh hell yes! That's something I don't even have on this account, but I really want. Preacher, and so all I got was schematics, and they're all blue. That's not a problem. Starting off, just recycle those two. What I do actually have to say is getting I was gonna say getting a blue ceiling zapper is nice, and then I realized I already have one. So I'm gonna recycle that one because out of nature, this one has energy, and it might be the one that I would rather keep. Either way, ceiling drop trap. I'm really glad I have this. Until I found that I actually have an epic rarity one. I didn't even know that. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Okay, so I don't actually need the ceiling drop trap, so I'll recycle that too. And schematics, I got a few more blue or rarity items. Recycled like 3 things and collection book rewards. Ceiling electric field. Wait. Oh sweet, I actually don't have one of these. Let's go. Main quest, and I guess I'm gonna have to look at daily quests as well. So obviously, first things first, there was no days logged in, no daily login rewards either. Kind of sucks. I actually don't remember there being a rare melee schematic on this quest. I also don't remember drops of rain being a reward here. So if I go backwards in the Stonewood Campaign, I think it was like the really early ones would have been, right? I'm not sure if it's going to show them here, but because I don't see any of these rewards, maybe it's for something else. I'm actually not fully sure. Nonetheless, main quest is up in arms, collect machine parts in a 15+ industrial zone, 0 of 7. As I believe I mentioned in the previous episode, I didn't think it was 7. I was pretty sure it was going to require me to get like 10 or 15 of the machine parts. Though being 7 is a lot nicer. And unlike my previous episode where I did not think at all for Horrors of the Mist, I'm actually going to be thinking ahead for Up in Arms and finding a mission that is actually suitable to finish in possibly one single mission. Not like in this, not like for Horrors of the Mist, where I did 2 missions, one of which to get 2, the rest of which to get 3, when I could have just done the second mission and got more than just the 5, if the game would have let me collect like 5, or collect more than 5 rather. So as we need an industrial zone, that's what I'm going to go and look for, and we do have a Fight the Storm, and I do like Fight the Storm missions. And there's a 15.
You know the drill. Stay cool, don't die, kill clouds.
Yeah, right, no problem. Let's go and turn down the dialogue. So I actually, I'm going to admit, I actually just stopped recording and quit the mission that I was just playing. And the reason for that is, sorry, I got a bit distracted. The reason I quit my previous mission that I was actually recording is because I want to try to get all of the machine parts in one single mission. It's a really stupid thing that I want to get anyways. Like, I don't think it's actually possible unless I get really lucky with the drops. So considering I was missing 2 and explored the entire map in the other zone, and did not get any more. It was a bit disappointing. I'm also a little bit kind of after my daily quests. No, not any particular reason, it's just they all seem to happen to be things that could be done quite easily while playing. So I may as well give them all a try. I mean, not in one mission, obviously, but I'm just gonna. That's not gonna reach. Oh hell yes! There's a lot of exclamation marks in here. So for the Up in Arms quest, you destroy these machinery parts, and who is making all this noise? Can you just please shut up? I'm trying to talk. Oh. Man, if only I had affliction damage. It's not gonna happen. Anyway, so for the Up in Arms campaign quest in Stonewood, you destroy these machinery to gain these machine parts. You need about 7 of them. I was expecting it to be more. I did find out the drops are RNG, but having a lot of exclamation marks in here is making me hope that I can get them all. 1. That one didn't drop anything. 2. 2 for 3, that's not bad. 2 for 4, that's mediocre. 3 so far, that's pretty good. These other ones seem to be where in here? Okay then. I hope they both drop it. That one does. 4 of 7. Please drop another part. I'm desperate. This one did not drop a part, but I can't speak today. Anyways, having 4 of 7 parts and getting them all within one building kind of really makes me hope that I can get them all. There's another exclamation mark in here. Oh, 2 exclamation marks. Please both drop, and that would finish it, I think. Probably not. And 5. Okay, wait, no, there's another one here. So, you want to drop a part? Of course you don't, but do you want to drop the parts? And please drop a part. I'm desperate. Very desperate. 6. And so with only 2 of the buildings checked in, there's got to be more parts. I could actually see the atlas from where I spawned, to be honest. And I only need 1 more part. See, this is already a better run than in my in the previous mission that I'm glad I decided that I'm completely cutting out the video, but still using the intro section of that video. So I'm just going to splice a lot of things together in editing to somehow make this video work. It doesn't help that what I didn't explain in this video and did in the other recording is that I know I'm going to sound different. I'm using a different microphone. The reason I'm using a different microphone is because I want to try this one and try to make it work a bit better, because it will probably sound better than the microphone that I have been using. The only problem is it's attached to the cable of my headphones and not a standalone device. So I'm not exactly sure how to make that work very well. I keep trying to hold Q for a hoverboard, despite the fact that I know that I don't have it. Oh, I'm so glad you did not ask for your medkit, because I was not coming back. And we've got an exclamation mark in here. This better be machine part. Okay, please drop a part. Okay. Shut up. I'm actually gonna turn dialogue back on. I kind of forgot to do that again. Okay, Mr. Machine, sir. I'm going to make a deal with you. If you drop me the machine part that I need, I'm going to drop I'm going to drop this epic rarity Zapotron power 30. I'm going to drop it, not recycle it, and I'm just going to leave it here if you drop the floor. Oh, god damn it.
Another one.
No,
Hey,
you know,
Flip,
I have honor.
how'd you get into weaponsmithing?
I have honor.
Family.
I have to
I
leave
think my
that
dad
now.
was hoping one of my brothers would carry on the business, but he got stuck with me.
22 of
Lucky
25.
for
I can
us.
probably get the
That's one
survivors
good
too.
thing about the end of the world. Most people I knew before the storm thought I was some sort of psychopath. No one ever said, "Oh, you make guns? Let's be friends."
Oh, you make guns? Let's be friends. Come on. That's the coolest kind of friend to have, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and place the Atlas. I'm going to clear this fire truck as well. And I'm probably going to come back to this in just a moment because I want to try
Nice work. Add blue glow to the Atlas.
23 of 25 for
Open mission
survivors
control
saved
when you're ready
on
to
my
begin.
daily quest. And I'm willing to bet that I can get 2 more survivors. I was just thinking, why is there a sniper over there? And I was like, oh yeah, because I have honor, and I made that that bet with the machine parts, or I made that agreement with the machine parts thing. So basically, as you would have seen earlier, I dropped that purple Zapotron because I got the last machine part that I needed. For some reason, I feel that that's spitefully actually gave me good luck. And I might have to do stuff like that again, mostly because it was kind of funny, and the fact that it actually gave it to me was surprising. Well, more than just surprising, it probably would not have given it to me otherwise. And I'm gonna place my base here. It actually doesn't look like I have rotating spawns on this one as I did on the other one. Not rotating spawns. Well, I don't have a spawn coming from multiple directions, at least not at this current moment. I'm gonna get all this set up. It's not gonna be like a complicated setup, it's just gonna be like a relatively cheap build. I'm gonna recycle a bunch of these. Let's go with like maybe these little archways, perhaps. And so for new players or anyone who just doesn't generally understand the trapping, the reason why I'm setting up like this is because the ceiling drop traps, when using them, they are best used at maybe 2 or 3 tiles above. I'm using them 2 tiles in this case, but you can use them up to 3 tiles above the ground level, where the enemies are going to be coming from, or where they're going to be walking. That's actually what I meant to say. That's not the weapon I meant to shoot. Oh, that killed him in the end, so that's fine. So what I was basically saying is you can use the ceiling drop traps up to 2 or 3 tiles high, and you probably shouldn't be using them on 1 tile like this. So 3 tiles would be 1 wall and a floor higher than this. And the reason for this is, as much as you can use the ceiling drop traps to push enemies backwards, you can also use them as a very high damage trap too, or at least in some cases. So the more they bounce, the more damage they deal. So in this case, by putting them 2 tiles up instead of 1, they actually bounce just that little bit higher, which allows the same tires to hit enemies multiple times. Also notice that I'm placing them specifically facing towards the direction that the enemies are going to be going to. And the reason for this is, and you can actually identify it by this here. So the reason for it is that by placing them facing this direction, if I was looking and if he didn't die, that would have shown it a bit better. It basically pushes the enemies backwards. Though if an enemy is just going to die from the trap anyways, it's going to have practically no effect on them. I'm doing the same thing over here because I want to push them backwards from here, and then also I want to push them backwards off the ramp and back down here, where they can get affected by, say, these wooden floor spikes. the advantage of putting ceiling drop traps and 2 or 3 tiles up, and ceiling electric field traps, which I got one earlier, can also be used up to 2 tiles up. One of the big advantages of doing that is that it keeps them out of the way of enemies like damage, mostly in terms of explosions like propanes. I probably won't have propane husks in this mission, or at least probably not a lot of them. But hey, keeping them away from the enemy's reach is still an advantage on its own. And considering the enemies are spawning so far away, it could have done a bit more. So I think that's probably all that is necessary. I'm also going to go ahead and, as usual, place a defender. Give him the scythe. And to be honest, I probably don't need to pay attention for most of this mission, now that I have a good trap set up here. Nothing crazy expensive, but very effective nonetheless. With about 4 minutes and 45 seconds left in the mission, everything has gone very well. I'm actually really happy that I have epic ready ceiling drop traps. They are going to be even just a little bit better than the blue ones that I already seem to have. Or did I already have the epic? No, wait, I think I obtained the blue ones after already having the epic ones. That's not important. The point is, they are a little better than the blue ones, and they will also, I guess, just be a bit better in damage, as well as better for later in the game, as I don't need to increase the rarity twice. I only would need to do it once. I haven't really been doing much throughout this entire mission time. The traps have kind of been handling everything. The defender's been handling anything the traps don't handle. There is a smasher, and I think I can just. Man. I actually forgot what button I need to press to full rush. And how did he damage the floor? That's a new one for me. Okay, so I've taken in some damage. I'm just going to adrenaline rush. Like, having not a very eventful mission is kind of making me wish that I had hover turrets. Though I don't believe those are available to me yet, but as soon as they are available, I will probably get them. I'm going to do that to add a little bit more reinforcement to the side walls, because for some reason the Smasher really wanted those walls. Even though there is some terrain behind it, that was his main target. But yeah, ceiling drop traps and the wooden floor spikes that I did not even craft are covering things just fine. Obviously, with the amount of space that I have here, from their spawn to here, and the limited one entrance ramp, I could have done a lot more. It's just, for my own sake, I decided I should do a relatively cheap setup. It's still very effective. I see the mini-boss here. I actually want to try taking him out. I was trying to mark him, but apparently, oh, right. It's the difference on controls. So marking him is middle click. Middle click is what I use for something else on my main account. So when I'm pressing Alt, it's like a quick inventory thing. I didn't even know that was a feature in the game. Where'd he go? Ah yes, teleport further away. That'll do nothing but benefit you. I was gonna say, by doing this, he can't hit me, as I repeatedly hit him. But then he became smarter and decided that he would just be able to hit me anyways. I'm gonna run away before he kills me, because I don't want that to happen. I think we can just waste his time. One of the traps broke. And I'm not gonna bother replacing it. how could we let this happen? The irony is, I'm willing to bet that that Zapotron that I dropped earlier in the mission, for honor's sakes, would have helped greatly against this boss. I'm willing to bet that we won't kill him in 50 seconds. So I'm just gonna focus on making sure that all of this is covered. And how about this? You just get over there. You know that's fine too. In fact, if you would like to just stay in there, that'd be fine by me as well. That's not gonna hold him. It's just if it keeps him away from me for longer, that's only a benefit for me. And looks like we're all good here. Did not kill the mini boss even though I really tried. I don't even know where he went, but he just despawned, I think. He just gave up and despawned. Yeah, mission went through pretty easily. The Smasher was no problem. The mini boss, I couldn't manage to kill him. It's not a surprise, but I don't really care about the mini boss rewards right now because they don't really provide anything that I can take advantage of right now. At least not that I'm aware of. I'm sure there's something that I'm not thinking of, but it doesn't really matter to me now. I'm sure in the future, like, especially as I progress forwards, I'll be able to kill the mini bosses easier, as I'll have better weapons suited to doing that. I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm glad that I left that first mission that I was in earlier to go to this one instead, where I got all the parts instead of finishing what, like 5 of 7. So I don't need to do a second mission now, therefore keeping this episode shorter. In terms of mission rewards, we got some Battle Pass XP, some Survivor XP, 60 gold, what's that, 1,000 schematic XP, and 12 quartz. That's actually a lot more than I figured there would have been there. That's cool. Lots monster smashers, that's probably like the smasher data or something. Schematic XP and a copper razor schematic, that's alright.
It's perfect.
And the Up in Arms main quest where I got my 2 mini llamas and a rare
I should be
survivor.
ready to roll. And Ray, I made you something.
What do you make, Ray?
Oh, I don't know if that's a good idea.
Just take it.
Aw, it's a plaque. It says, weapon-free ray zone.
Weapon-free ray zone.
Very fair.
And in terms of mission alerts, there's a copper short blade slicer schematic.
Welcome to lesson 2. Robots Day on the Town.
Not Robots Day on the Town.
You say, beep blip.
Beep
Now,
blip.
Stop the recording and try it yourself.
Beep? Bop? Ah! Why is this so bleeping hard? Ugh. Commander, I need your help.
What? Could you
I sent
possibly
Pop to
help
find
us?
the missing expedition and he's still gone.
But
And he sent a message and I couldn't understand it because I didn't bother learning Roundbot.
Of course you didn't bother
And now
learning
he's in
it.
danger.
I
Please
thought
help me
Lars
find
found
him.
the expedition thing from the previous mission. Okay, I guess that's not an important detail. Next mission is triangulating a circle. Deploy scanners in a 15+ zone. It doesn't specify, though up here in this description, it does say try industrial or urban zones. Urban, I assume meaning like city or suburban zones. Probably suburban. That's what I'll probably do. Nonetheless, in terms of these random schematics that I now have for some reason, I will leave them. In terms of what is survivors, a couple more survivors for my squads. I am almost power 8. Nonetheless, with triangulating a circle being the next main quest, that leaves me 1, 2, 3, 4 missions away from the end of Stonewood. And technically, just as one mission before Storm Shield Defense 6. And still, as angry as I am about it, I still don't even have the goddamn hoverboard. Because the RNG of the drops is absurd that I actually think I should do a full episode dedicated to getting the hoverboard. That's it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like and comment down below.